And Sabbath greetings to everyone. I hope you have had a marvelous week. It's been a great week here in Sussex, although it is very hard to believe that it's already Friday afternoon. It is well before the Sabbath when I'm recording this, but where did this week go? It seems like they keep going faster and faster. I don't know where the time is going, but I hope your week has been profitable. Hope it's been a good week for you. It's been we've had plenty to do around here in preparation for the upcoming Tomorrow's World presentation. Really looking forward to that very, very much. That's already coming up next Sabbath, next weekend. So we look forward to that here in the Milwaukee area. Appreciate all your prayers with regard to the upcoming presentation for safe travel for Mr. Rod McNair, who will be coming in for that. And certainly appreciate your prayers for a successful presentation there next weekend. Been learning a few lessons here the last couple of days, but I figured out, as most of you know, I do enjoy running. It's just a hobby that I picked up in the last several years. But when it's cold, I don't really like going outside. So I tried the best I can on the treadmill, but really just isn't the same. If you're a runner, it's not the same. Part of the fun and part of what I enjoy so much about running is getting out into nature, having the sun, being out in the sun and the wind and hearing the birds and seeing the scenery and all that sort of thing. That's why I enjoy it so much. So to be honest, I've been negligent and I have not been running the way that I should, and so I have definitely put on a few winter pounds, let's just put it that way. And I wanted to remedy that, and so this week, it's been just the last couple of days. Yesterday was actually the first day that I got out and did a few miles, and I was definitely paying for it. I tried because I knew I needed to push through and try to even build up some stamina, even with that first run after being away from it for quite a while. I did a little bit on the treadmill here and there, but nothing like I should have been doing. And so I definitely felt it. And so today I pushed through, and I only made it about half the distance I did yesterday, because I didn't want to overdo it, but my muscles were sore, and they are sore right now from getting back into that regimen. Of course, it would have been better to keep up that momentum and build that consistency. And of course, there's a spiritual analogy in there. We're so much better off if we build consistency into our spiritual exercises, making sure that we're doing things consistently, because if we don't, then it doesn't take very long at all, and we're falling back into those bad habits and starting to see those things kind of rear their ugly heads once again. It doesn't take very long. We need to be consistent in exercising the Holy Spirit, in the same way that we would need to be consistent if we plan on running any distance at all. It's something that has to be maintained. It has to be kept up. It has to be something that is consistent. And so that's something that was on my mind, and it kind of reminds me of the Hebrews 5 chapter. Many of you know I really enjoy this verse, and it's something I've even covered in sermons before, and just in reference to this whole idea of consistency, not only physically building that physical stamina and being able to exercise the body, but looking at that as a spiritual analogy and knowing that we have to exercise spiritually, making sure we're consistent, because boy, it doesn't take long and we get into those ruts again. But Hebrews 5 and verse 14 says, "But solid food belongs to those who are of full age, that is, those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil." I've talked about it before, but just looking at the physical senses as a type of the spiritual senses. and making sure that we're having our senses exercising God's Spirit, making sure that we're examining ourselves on a daily basis to make sure that we are building consistency into our lives, spiritually speaking. So that's all I have for this Sabbath. I don't want to make these terribly long. Just wanted to say I love you all and appreciate you all very, very much. I'm really looking forward to next weekend with Tomorrow's World presentation. It takes a lot of us to make that go smoothly, and so I know everyone's looking forward to serving in that way and meeting and greeting these folks that show up. And so we're looking forward to that. Know that God will bless that and look forward to that very much. We also look forward to being in Peoria for services. As y'all know, we don't get down there as much as we would like to, but we have the opportunity and going to have that wonderful opportunity to travel down south and visit the brethren there in Peoria. So we look forward to that very, very much. I hope you all have a tremendous Sabbath wherever you plan to keep it. Take care, exercise the Spirit, build those spiritual routines, have a tremendous Sabbath, and we'll see you all real soon. We'll see many of you next weekend, of course, for the Tomorrow's World presentation. Love you all. Take care, and have just a wonderful, profitable, and very beneficial Sabbath. Talk to you again real soon.